Hello everyone, it's the Firefly Simmer here, and today I'm ranking the Sims 4 game packs from worst to best. I decided to do this video because it's been a long time since we've gotten a Sims 4 game pack. The last game pack we've got was Werewolves, and that pack came out in 2022, and here we are 2025 and we haven't gotten another game pack since then. So it's safe to say game packs are kind of dead for right now, but who knows, they might end up making a comeback just like stuff packs were gone for a while. And then all of a sudden they made a new comeback. So anyway, I ranked all 12 game packs from worst to best, my least favorite to my favorite. I'm not going to get into too much detail with each pack because there is 12 packs altogether that I'm going to be talking about, and that would take up way too much time in the video. So I'm basically going to give a summary of each of the game packs and explain my rankings and why I like some of them and why I don't like some of them. Alright, so starting out at number 12, the game pack that I have ranked as the worst is Jungle Adventure. The reason why this game pack is at the bottom of my list is because I don't use it hardly at all. I mean, don't get me wrong, the vacation world this pack comes with is gorgeous, but I would just like it better if it was a residential world because just having it as a vacation world really doesn't make it exciting enough. This whole pack is centered around the theme of having a jungle adventure, but the whole jungle adventure that this pack comes with is not very exciting at all. It's very lackluster. I think I attempted to do the jungle adventure part one time and then I just stopped because my Sims hated it. They were hot, they did not like being in the jungle and it just wasn't exciting. I guess what would make it more exciting if they included more exotic animals like exotic birds and a snake and a jaguar and stuff like that. But for me, the game pack just didn't come with much, and a lot of the times I forget that this pack is even there. Some of the build buy mode items are cool and the world of Salvatorata is gorgeous, but aside from that, this pack really doesn't do much for me. And in my opinion, it's the worst game pack that we've gotten. Alright, at number 11 is the Star Wars game pack, Journey to Batuu. I know a lot of people hate the Journey to Batuu the most out of all the Sims 4 game packs. The reason why I ranked it number 11 and I didn't have it as the worst is because I have a fascination with aliens, and this pack comes with a lot of nice build buy mode items that kind of fit the whole alien aesthetic. Not to mention, it is entertaining to watch your Sims fight with lightsabers, but aside from the build buy mode items and the lightsaber fighting, this pack really isn't exciting at all. I could care less about having Star Wars in The Sims 4. And I hardly ever go to the Batuu vacation world. I went there once and it was horrible. Alright, at number 10 is Outdoor Retreat. This whole pack is centered around camping, and it just isn't that exciting. When you travel to the world of Granite Falls, to me it just isn't much. It's like a waterfall and then there are butterflies and there's a person in a bear costume walking around. Why couldn't there have been actual bears that you see while you're camping? Why couldn't there have been a Sasquatch that you come across when you're camping? They could have made this camping game pack a lot more exciting, but instead it was extremely lackluster. The only thing that I like about this pack is that before we had the option to turn any lot to a vacation rental lot, the world of Granite Falls was one of the few worlds that I could go to send my Sims on a vacation, even though it wasn't really that much of an exciting vacation. Some of the build buy mode items that come with Outdoor Retreat are cool, but other than that, the pack is really lackluster. Alright, number 9 is Strangerville. I like how this pack pays homage to the world of Strangetown in The Sims 2, and I like it when they throw nostalgic things in these game packs and expansion packs. But as far as the gameplay for Strangerville goes, I could care less for it. I could care less about the little diseases that's in the Strangerville town. I can care less about the Strangerville mystery. Some of the build buy mode items of the pack do have an alien aesthetic to it. And as I stated before, I do have a fascination with aliens, so I kind of like how they added more items that have an alien theme centered around it. And the world of Strangerville reminds me a bit of Roswell, New Mexico. There are also lots in the Strangerville world that have a really nice view, the lots that are on the mountain side of Strangerville. Other than that, Strangerville does not do much for me at all. It's just another lackluster game pack. It's really whatever. I would have much rather a game pack that was centered around having cars or building shopping malls than this Strangerville game pack. To me, there really wasn't much point to it. And at the time of the release of this game pack, the Netflix series Stranger Things was very popular, and this pack has a lot of similarities with the show Stranger Things, so I think they were just trying to basically profit off of that, off of doing something that was very in at the time. Alright, number 8 is Werewolves. I know a lot of people love the Werewolves pack. I personally could kind of care less I do get a bit of nostalgia from the pack because it reminds me a bit of The Sims 3 Supernatural with some of the build buy mode items, and the world of Moonwood Mill reminds me a little bit of the world that we got for The Sims 3. However, I don't really like the way the Sims 4 werewolves look at all. To me, they just look like a big joke. I prefer the Sims 3 werewolves and how they looked compared to the Sims 4 werewolves. They look way too cartoony, and it kind of seemed like it was a pack aimed at the furry community. I do like how Moonwood Mill has this kind of scary, eerie vibe to it, kind of like Forgotten Hollow. We don't have a lot of scary worlds in The Sims 4, and Moonwood Mill and Forgotten Hollow are kind of like the closest thing that we have to any world being scary. That, along with Ravenwood from Life and Death. But anyway, I think having a werewolf in your household when you play The Sims 4 is pretty difficult because they go on rampages, they destroy the furniture. To me, they're kind of unmanageable, much more difficult than how they were in The Sims 3. Like, The Sims 4 just makes werewolves more complicated. And I remember the very first time I played with this, a werewolf killed one of my Sims that was moving into Moonwood Mill like the very first day that she moved in. So that was pretty irritating. Yeah, so werewolves has a few cool things about it, but other than that, it's definitely not one of my favorite game packs. And werewolves are definitely not one of my favorite occults, which is why I ranked them at number 8. Alright, number 7 is vampires. This pack has a whole lot of good things going for it. I like the Create-A-Sim aesthetic. I like the whole gothic aesthetic this pack comes with. I love the build buy mode items. This whole pack has kind of like a gothy, eerie feel to it. And everything that comes with this pack kind of fits the vampire aesthetic perfectly, in my opinion. And even if you were to take the vampire cult out of the equation, this pack still comes with a very cool gothic type of aesthetic. To me, the only cons with this game pack is vampires are kind of hard to keep alive. Like, they need plasma fruit to survive, and if they don't have plasma fruit, then they'll have to feed off of another sim, and they can't go out during daylight. That just makes the vampires hard to manage. But other than that, I think this pack is pretty cool. And I think the world of Forgotten Hollow is beautiful, so that's why I ranked vampires at number 7. Number 6 is Dream Home Decorator. I like how this pack gives you the option to have a career as an interior designer, and you could basically like decorate Sims houses and get paid to decorate their houses. Like, that's really cool to me, and I had a lot of fun doing that. And this pack had potential to be one of like my top 3 favorite game pack. But where this pack really missed the mark for me was the fact that it did not come with a color wheel and a pattern wheel. This would have been the perfect time to bring that back and include that in The Sims 4, since this whole pack is centered around decorating, but the Sims team didn't do that. So to me, that was just like a huge miss and a big disappointment. So that's why Dream Home Decorator is at number 6. Alright, number 5 is Realm of Magic. I could care less about the Spellcaster Occult. I don't play with Spellcasters at all. The only reason why this pack is ranked at number 5 is because the build buy mode item that this pack comes with is amazing. Like, those windows are gorgeous. Like, it just has such a nice aesthetic to it. Also, the world of Glimmerbrook is really pretty. Like, the build buy mode items and the world of Glimmerbrook alone make this pack worth buying. At number 4 is My Wedding Stories. I know a lot of people hate this pack, and there are a lot of things that I dislike about this game pack as well. There was a whole lot of missed opportunity with My Wedding Stories. They should have came with the option to have a wedding photographer. It should have came with the option to have bridesmaids and groomsmen in your wedding. Like, there was lots of missed opportunity here. But the world of Tartosa is beautiful. The wedding cakes that you could have are beautiful. The build buy mode items are beautiful. I like the fact that the world is based off of Italy, and I think it's also based off of parts of Greece. So that alone makes My Wedding Stories one of my favorite packs, even though the whole wedding part could have been a lot better. Alright, number 3 is Spa Day. A lot of people are probably going to be surprised that I put Spa Day at number 3 because some people probably don't think spas are that interesting. What I like about this pack is the build buy mode items, and I really think it's entertaining to watch my Sims do yoga. Like, I like the new yoga still. I like how they could find peace by doing yoga. Also, if you have the Business and Hobbies expansion pack, you could open up your own spa business, which I do have my own spa business in The Sims 4, and I just think that's really fun to run that type of business. Like, Spa Day comes with a lot of things that are very aesthetically pleasing. Like, I love a lot of things about Spa Day. I just wish that this pack would have come with the option to open your own spa business, and that you didn't have to purchase Business and Hobbies in order to open your own spa business. The option to open a spa business should have came with the Spa Day pack, just like the option to open a restaurant came with the Dine Out pack. But anyway, at number 2 is Dine Out. The reason why I put Dine Out at number 2, and it's one of my favorite game packs, is because I like building restaurants. I like having restaurants in The Sims 4. You could basically build almost whatever type of restaurant you want. Like you could have a restaurant that sells Asian inspired food. You could have a restaurant that sells just pizza. You could build a Spanish restaurant, which I do have a Spanish restaurant in The Sims 4. So yeah, I basically have restaurants in almost all the Sims 4 worlds, and I like to build different restaurants with different themes and have different types of menus. Like to me, Dine Out really expands the gameplay of Sims 4. Like it just makes it more realistic, because in real life there's restaurants, and Dine Out gives you the option to have restaurants. Yeah, there's probably some glitches, you know, with the waiters and everything, just like every Sims 4 pack has some type of glitch in it. But Dine Out's definitely one of my favorite packs, which is why it's at number 2. Alright, so number 1 for me, the best game pack of all time, my favorite game pack, is Parenthood. I'm a family gameplay simmer. I like to have a bunch of legacy families in The Sims 4. What I like about this pack is it adds a lot of depth to raising a family. Like you could teach your kids to have manners and have high responsibility, have high morals. And I don't mean to brag, but almost every single family that I've played as, almost every kid that I've raised in The Sims 4, they end up having very high character values, like almost more than 3 high character values whenever they become young adults. And it's just nice to see those benefits play into their adult lives, you know, like if they learn how to be responsible whenever they're teenagers, when they become adults, that really helps them succeed in their jobs and things. Like Parenthood is so endearing, and when it comes to game packs, Parenthood is my heart. Like I love the Parenthood game pack. So that is why it's at number 1, and currently I'm filming this in the year of 2025. Parenthood for me ranks the best game pack of all time. Alright, so that was my ranking of all 12 of the Sims 4 game packs, from worst to best. If you like this video, please be sure to click the like button, subscribe if you want to see more Sims content, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.